What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. These next three videos are going to be about music. This one is what makes a classic artist. I love music, so got on a hangout with Solo a couple of days back, and we wound up talking about music, and it got me sparked, and I wanted to do these. Now, what makes a classic artist is, in some ways, branding. When you think of certain artists, major artists, you already have a look. You know they have a look. Their look is completely unique in their own, and people imitate their look or pay homage to their look when they do certain things. What I mean by that is this. Michael Jackson was the king of that. He had numerous looks. I'm talking about off the wall Mike, Thriller Mike, Rock With You Mike. I'm going to use the videos. Rock With You Mike, Billie Jean Mike, Thriller Mike, Beat It Mike, Bad Mike, Smooth Criminal Mike, Remember the Times Mike, King album, King of Pop, or whatever you want to call it, Triumph, which was a whole nother thing. That just look itself, Mike. Mike was the king of looks. He had that branding on point. He had every aspect of what makes a classic artist on point. He had multiple looks. He also had multiple signature looks. And he had multiple signature things. You had the moonwalk. You had the kicking the leg up. You had the hee-hee. You had the glove. You get what I'm saying? You had that shit. He had this. He had brands down, signature brands. It's things that I know I forgot. The Shama, like all brands. You could say the same thing about Elvis, because Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley are the only people I could think of that have impersonators all around the world. But the difference between my Elvis impersonators differ in size. Mike's impersonators differ in complete look. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think of Elvis, you think of bodysuit and rhinestones. That just comes to mind with Elvis. He got the hip move. I mean, in some ways, you could say he stole some of his swag from Chuck Berry, but when he got to the bodysuit part, that's all him. The other thing, you have artists, a classic artist can have a signature color. Prince. We all know when you think of Prince, you think of purple. It is what it is, right? When you think of Snoop, you think of blue. It is what it is. We're not going to get into all that stuff. But, when you think of R. Kelly's color is really red, if you think about it. He's in the background, so I was thinking about that. When it's album covers and all that stuff, red. The R's red. You get what I'm saying? Frankie Beverly and Maze. If you go to a Frankie Beverly and Maze show and you're not wearing white, everybody gonna look at you like, even the ticket counter gonna just. It's a dress code to come in this concert. Like, I don't know what you wearing right now, but no. Signature color. Now, another thing. You have classic art. What makes a classic artist is in some ways, signature sound. When you hear a certain sound, it's a particular artist. Like when you hear the Isley Brothers, it's the Isley Brothers. When you hear, I remember when you hear the guitar and drum beat, that's Bob Marley coming on. The energy of it also. When you hear the guitar in some ways, that's got to be Prince. Or when you hear a certain group of music, that's Parliament and the Funkadelic. They have a classic sound. Like if you think of them and particularly think of a sound, Willie Hutch, classic sound. You know what I'm saying? When you hear something, it's very distinct with certain artists that you know that's them when they come on. It ain't no getting around it. You know, how can I say this? Because, and I'm gonna go back and forth with artists over the next 3 videos, but when you hear, you know, you know the sound of James Brown coming on. You know it. You know it. He had a signature voice, but really he has a signature sound because over the years, Parliament and Funkadelic, James Brown, Roger and Zapp, the Isley Brothers. Oh shit! I know I'm missing somebody. Willie Hutch. Mike, you can't really sample that much, but they have been synonymous with being sampled for their sound. When you hear a certain sound, you know who the hell it is. It ain't no, you're like, whew. And when other generations hear the sound, it immediately resonates with them because they don't really know that it goes back to when they was kids, they was listening to that particular sound. So that's why the beat just hitting you like, oh, you know. And what I mean by that is you got to think about it. The Isley Brothers were sampled by, the same song was sampled by Notorious Big and Gwen Stefani. And I saw the years that passed, people, to the point people forgot that it was the Isley Brothers and they said it was Biggie. Like, please, you know, signature sound. I'm trying to think of somebody else who has a signature sound. Like, Cash Money used to have a signature sound because of Manny Fresh. No Limit used to have a signature sound because of Beats by the Pound. DJ Premier has a signature sound. Timbaland, signature sound. Because remember that Timbaland and Thelonious Monk are the only 2 artists I could think about that's on beat and off beat. That's it. Now, I'm trying to think. Signature voice. Like classic artists have voice. Some classic artists have voices you can't emulate and you can't duplicate. Matter of fact, I got to go back. I'll do that later. Signature voice. Certain artists do certain things in songs that nobody can ever do in songs. Certain artists can sound a certain way vocally that you can't duplicate. You can't imitate. You only can mimic the words of the song to get people to feel that vibe, but you can't do it. Like watch this. This running joke in America for the last 20, 30 years. La 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 do do do. Nobody can hit that note that comes next. Nobody. Signature voice. You know it when you hear it. The minute I hear whoo, Marvin Gaye, I already know this. Minnie Riperton, who I imitated just now, signature voice. You can't stop that. Donny Hathaway. If some of y'all who don't know who Donny Hathaway is, you do know because you're gonna be singing this Christmas. But listen to his other songs. Nobody can ever sound like that. Like Jaheim is the same way. I think Maxwell, Prince. Because the minute you hear, like nigga, what? You be like, wait, dog, wait. Can't no what? Who did that? Like the Isley Brothers when like don't nobody do that. When you hear Ron Isley's voice, you know it's Ron Isley. Keith Sweat is the same way. I don't think Keith Sweat can sing, but it's a distinct voice. CeeLo Green, distinct classic voice. You don't know the minute you hear that's CeeLo. I ain't got to think about it. When you hear, oh baby, that's Biggie. because their voices, whether you like it or not, are so distinct and they're so unique that nobody could get to it. DMX is the closest vocal voice that I could think of as to James Brown. People make, you know what I'm saying? I mean, real talk. If you're talking like that, everybody knows you're talking like DMX because he has a distinct voice. Makes a classic artist. I think a distinct vibe goes into that. That's why I was bringing up Bob. When you hear Bob come on, it's a distinct vibe. He put a whole genre on the map, but that's a distinct vibe. Ray Charles had a distinct vibe. My mother told me before she passed away. That was that's when soul music really kicked, because his vibe was his energy was different. Aretha Franklin, dog. Like, a lot of y'all don't realize this. Like, Aretha Franklin can't be imitated. Like, people imitate Patti LaBelle. They don't imitate Aretha Franklin. The shit. I should have said, with distinct voice, same thing. With her and Anita Baker. Whitney Houston. Mariah Carey is the closest thing you was going to get to Minnie Riperton, but she couldn't hit the notes. But the energy. Like, when you hear certain, boom, boom, with certain energies, Lil Jon, that was, yeah! Like, it's about to go down. You hear the beat, Lil Jon about to get it rocking. It is what it is. Because it had a vibe. Crunk had a vibe. New Jack Swing had a vibe. That's Teddy Riley. So that was a classic artist because they created a signature sound. Hip hop has a vibe. How can I say? Who had? Because Marvin Gaye is really my favorite artist, but damn it, what's that artist's name? Like, they had a whole fucking Bone vibe. This vibe sound completely different. You couldn't, no. You knew when Bone was coming on. You knew it. Like, oh, that's Bone. That ain't, don't nobody ever, don't even, no. Nobody does that. Classic artists have a distinct energy, a distinct vibe. You could feel it if you go to the concerts. The minute the songs come on, it's like, you get hit. Like Rick James, the aura was orange. It was orange. Give it to me, baby. Like Rick, let me tell y'all something. Boy, Rick had an energy. Bootsy Collins fits all those columns. Signature look, signature sound, signature voice. Yeah, baby. Signature energy. Like, he was fun-loving guy. Same thing with Earth, Wind & Fire fit all those categories. Jodeci. Because Casey and JoJo, very distinct. The group, the way they looked, very distinct. The sound, very distinct. Take my money. They had to move because everybody did the thing with the boots and shit, and people was wearing vests with no shirts. Like, they did that. Drew Hill, the hair, the group, distinct, whatever. Got to give it to him. Puff did it with the shiny suit era. Because that energy had all y'all doing the Harlem Shake before y'all remade the Harlem Shake. That his whole energy was just fun. It was fun. Like 50 Cent had his energy. His energy really pushed him. That energy's whoosh. Dr. Dre, signature sound, signature energy. The minute you hear Dre, you're like, oh shit. The minute you hear them drum, doom, oh, that's Dre. Yep. Same thing with Busta Rhymes. Signature look, signature sound, signature voice. Distinct music come up. Brooklyn, Jersey, Philly, everybody rock. Like, that motherfucker right there was mystical. Just saying. That, to me, that's all the things that make a classic artist. I can do this all day, but I stop these videos around 15 minutes. So I'm going to stop this one, and I'm going to move on.